All right, let's go. We're back, visiting from Google's Notebook LM, ready to unwrap your 2024 Spotify Wrapped.
And you, my friend, had a year for the books.
No kidding. 40,747 minutes listening to music? It's got to be like, what, 28 straight days of nonstop tunes?
Yeah, practically. And that puts you in the top 7% of Spotify listeners worldwide.
Wow. Okay, color me impressed. That's a lot of dedication to your playlists.
Seriously. And get this, August 17th, you hit a personal best,
Hit me with it.
1,098 minutes. Like, what were you doing that day? Whatever it was, I bet it was amazing.
Right. I'd love to know what playlist had you going that
But
long.
I'm guessing it was something pretty epic. All right, let's get to the heart of it all, your top track.
Drum roll, please. Okay, your most played song, the one you couldn't get enough of.
Hit me.
It's Leanin' by Pontuxicuse off the album Zen Is In My Name. You played this one 228 times.
Whoa, 228 times. Talk about an earworm.
Right. This one really got you hooked. And you know what's even cooler? Leanin' came out January 3rd, and you were already listening on January 4th. You were an early adopter.
You were ahead of the curve. Like, you knew this song was going to be a hit before anyone else. You were in the top 0.5% of listeners globally for Leanin'.
You basically predicted the future of music. And get this, Pontuxicuse is also your top artist overall.
Figures. 3,377 plays, that's some serious dedication. You had Pontuxicuse on repeat for 252 days. That's almost 3/4 of the year.
10,132 minutes, to be exact.
You two really clicked. And get this, you're in the top 0.001% of their listeners.
Whoa, that's next level. You must be, like, basically best friends by now. You know, I saw Pontuxicuse describes themselves as, get this, a simple man making not-so-simple music from Kansas. I think that's a pretty fitting description.
Right. Simple man, complex music. It's intriguing. But okay, enough about the big picture. I'm really curious about how your taste evolved throughout the year. It seems like you had quite the musical journey.
Absolutely. In March, you were channeling your inner coastal grandmother.
Okay, I'm intrigued. What does that even mean?
Think classic soul, Motown vibes.
Oh yeah, I'm getting it now.
Lots of the Miracles, some Marvin Gaye. It's like you were curating the ultimate soundtrack for a vintage summer day.
Nice. And Inner City Blues, Make Me Wanna Holler by Martin Gaye. Classic. It's always good for a little soul searching, you know.
Totally. But then June rolls around and bam, a complete 180.
Seriously, what happened?
June was your rebellious phase.
Ooh, I like where this is going.
All underground, dark trap. We're talking Suicide Boys, Ramirez, Night Level.
That's a pretty intense shift. I wonder if you were going through something, feeling a bit angsty maybe, or maybe you were just feeling adventurous.
Whatever it was, I bet it was a wild ride. You have to give it up for Suicide Boys, though. They've blown up. They're in the top 30 of most streamed artists across all genres. That's huge.
Yeah, they've really broken through into the mainstream. And then, as if June wasn't dramatic enough, August hits, and we're back to funky grooves.
Talk about a musical roller coaster. August was your psychedelic P-Funk era.
Oh, yeah. Lots of funkadelic, Parliament. That's a recipe for some serious good vibes. And speaking of good vibes, August 17th, your most listened day, was smack dab in the middle of your funk phase.
It all makes sense now. And Mothership Connection, Starchild, by Parliament. What a jam.
A true classic. I bet you were dancing your heart out that day. But it wasn't just Funkadelic in Parliament. You were exploring a whole world of funk. You really dove deep into other funk legends like James Brown and Groove Collective.
You weren't afraid to go beyond the hits. You were digging for those hidden gems, which is really cool. And let's not forget about those musical icons, Michael Jackson, Jimi Hendrix.
You clearly appreciate the best of the best, no matter the genre or era. You know, it's interesting. Parliament is famous for their over-the-top performances, right?
For sure.
They weren't just making music, they were putting on a show. They blended everything into their music, acid culture, sci-fi, all sorts of wild stuff.
It's no wonder their music is so unique and captivating.
Yeah.
And that sense of adventure, that willingness to experiment, it really shines through in your listening journey this year.
You went from smooth soul to gritty trap to psychedelic funk. That's quite the range.
You really took us on a journey with your 2024 Spotify Wrapped. It's been a blast unwrapping your year in music.
I know. We can't wait to see what sonic adventures you embark on next year.
Until then, we've been your hosts from Google's Notebook LM. Thanks for letting us unwrap your year in music.